I want everyone to consider what are the risks for organizations? What are they going to face when DE&I initiatives are deprioritized, and how can their leaders respond? And if you're a leader, you should be thinking in this manner too. How have you seen organizations balance external political pressures while maintaining their DE&I commitments?
There have been questions of, should we be following suit? Should we rethink the way that we talk about DEI, and sharpen the focus to align it more clearly with that connection to innovation? And so we're going through that right now to think about, is there an opportunity to reposition here, to stay committed and continue the work we're doing, but do it under a slightly different banner and shift the emphasis just slightly to kind of put it above reproach so that we can talk about business contribution.
Suzanne, from a talent strategy perspective, what are some more proactive measures companies can take to insulate their DE&I investments?
So in my consulting world, what I'm seeing some companies start to think about is high performing teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And focusing on the I of DE&I and inclusion. When it comes down to the basement level, all of us are different. We've all had different experiences. We've all had different family lives and professional lives that have shaped us. But at the end of the day, when your companies talk a lot about innovation, creativity, speed, all of it. And when you have a high performing team put together with different perspectives and views, you're more apt. The research shows it. Nobody can dispute that diverse perspectives and teams that work together collaboratively make a difference.
In your work, you've emphasized leadership development and inclusion as a business success driver. Can you share some examples? Can you give us some of your secret recipes on how you're working with organizations to reimagine DE&I as a tool for their talent growth?
ERGs do tend to go through different stages of maturity. And I think that for a lot of organizations, when they're at the beginning of stages of ERGs, they show up more like support groups. And where you want to go as you mature in your process and your DEI investments is for those ERGs to be walking hand in hand with the business in helping to achieve the business outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
I also wonder, and this is maybe it's naive, but it seems to me like if we move towards having DE&I as part of this, complex system that's going to be integrated into how organizations and teams work, then you kind of want to do that within any team. And then therefore the ERG's function of being a support for those who may have difficulty, because have an affinity group of people who are dealing with issues to focus on those issues so that they can be more effective in their teams. I'm just trying to see how it makes sense to have a team of, let's say, Black innovators or a particular subgroup, unless that's really part of the essence of how the organization is working. So separating it out that way. So I'm just wondering about the balance of those.
I think that's great, Marty. What's coming up for me personally is that, again, that evolution, that word is so important. Go Google it and understand what it means. It means I've learned from the thing and now I want to try the new thing, right? And so if DEI has truly done what it needed to do for over a decade, we will see more of an evolution of each of these spaces being the influence for the change. Like we had to be pulled out and do a thing together to show you the value that we bring to the organization. So thank you for bringing that up, Marty.